Members, up in the gallery today, we're joined by some folks from Nicollet, Minnesota, Kevin and Barb Christensen. And if they'd stand up for me, I'd appreciate it. They came all the way from Nicollet this morning. It's 3 years ago they lost their daughter in a car accident. Another driver came across, struck their 21-year-old daughter Sarah head on. That was obviously a tragedy, and I think I speak for every member here to the Christensens. We feel deeply and express our condolences to you. That was bad enough for them to go through. But then for days and weeks and months, they were lied to by their insurance company. They were jerked around by their insurance company. And they took a tragedy and they made it all that more tragic for this nice family from Nicollet. And it finally took, they tried, these are folks that they understood the other driver was just in an accident. They don't hold anger towards that other driver. They said that in their comments to the Judiciary Committee in the Senate. But they hold deep anger towards that insurance company, because all they wanted were their bills paid, the funeral bills, medical bills paid. And it took them months to get there, and they'd been lied to, and they'd been jerked around month after month after month. This isn't about trial lawyers in the insurance industry. It's about the Christensens, and it's about homeowners in Representative Swale's district and in Representative Paulson's district, who came to me and said that month after month after month, when they had weather claims or mold claims, hail claims, that they were jerked around by their insurance company. Delayed and denied, because the insurance company knows that if they do that long enough, eventually they'll wear people down. They know that the legal fees will be higher than the claim itself if they just wear people down and make them go away. This is not a dispute between trial lawyers and the insurance industry. Minnesotans don't desire to go to a lawyer. We all know that. They go to their insurance company, to whom they paid thousands and thousands of dollars. They go to their agent. I just want my claim paid. And if they're lied to and jerked around month after month after month, they ought to be compensated for that. There ought to be some sense of fairness that comes into play. 46 other states already have this in place. The governor said a compromise has not been reached, and the provision in this bill is unacceptable. Members, I took this original bill and I've made 14 changes to this bill. I went to the insurance folks, I went to local governments, I went to everybody that I could think of, and I listened to them in committee. And they made comments about things that they thought that the bill should be changed to accommodate. So we took out direct action. They said direct action is really the onerous part. This is the best, or the worst part of the bill, Representative Atkins. If you can get rid of that, it'd be a much better bill. So we took out direct action. And we took out the township and farm mutuals entirely. Both sections that they operate under are entirely gone. We took out arson investigations because they came and saw me. We took out health insurance plans because they came and talked to me. We took out everybody that had a problem that had some other way to address it. We made the standard higher because they said the standard wasn't high enough. And even after the conference committee was signed, after Representative Paymar, after it was unanimously signed, we met with the governor's folks, and they raised some additional issues. Ms. Yanish, General Counsel for the governor, we were in there. She had some points that she made. By the way, I would never represent that the governor said, if you make these changes, we'll agree to it. But they made some changes, or suggested some changes. We made every single one of them. And I put it to the insurance folks, and I said, is there anything else you want us to do? And at the end, Representative Seifert, They said, no, we just philosophically disagree that good faith is necessary for insurance companies. They just philosophically disagree with it. Will we ever get a deal with the insurance folks? No, because until they change their philosophy and believe that good faith is important like it is in 46 other states, they'll never come to the table and agree to anything. That's why we're here, and that's why we're in this bill. Finally, the governor says, moreover, such a provision does not belong in the public safety bill. Laura Borgeting, the governor's director of legislative affairs, I believe is her title, she called me after the meeting and she said, Representative Atkins, we appreciate all the efforts that you've made. You've framed it up. You've obviously come a long way, she said, but your bill is superfluous. Superfluous. And Representative Seifert, you just said the same thing. It shouldn't be in this bill. Folks, this is the public safety bill. It deals with people's basic rights, the court system, how we function, what people are entitled to in Minnesota. And about 15 minutes ago, we stood here and we looked at the flag, and at the end we said, "And justice for all." We didn't say injustice for the rich, injustice for the powerful, justice for insurance companies. We said justice for all. That's what this bill is about. Representative Paymar knows that. The members of the conference committee know that. This is justice. It's a provision that 46 other folks in Louisiana and Alabama got jerked around after the hurricane hit. They had a right to go after their insurance company and get them to pay. Minnesotans don't have that right. We're not a maverick with respect to this. We are so far behind, we're not even keeping up with Louisiana and Alabama. So folks, it comes down, when we talk about basic rights and in the public safety bill, what do we really stand for? What do we really stand for? Do we really stand for justice for all? Do we really stand for justice for people like Barb and Kevin Christensen and their daughter Sarah? If you do, then join me in voting against Representative Seifert's motion and voting for this wonderful bill. There's awesome provisions in it, Representative Paymar and members. You've done a fabulous job. I deeply appreciate your keeping the good faith provision in this bill, and I think the people of Minnesota do as well. And I hope that the governor will reconsider. I hope he was listening today, and that he'll reconsider this letter and do the right thing for people like Barb and Kevin Christensen and the rest of Minnesota's residents and consumers. Thank you, members.